Alright guys, before we get started, I'd like to thank those of you who have hit the like button and also those of you who have commented on every video that they've watched, because it's so important for our engagement and for actually getting the word out, and it brings this content to new people. And if you're new and you haven't already, make sure to do it. Click on the little red subscribe button, turn on the notification bell, and join the League of Mad Cat Artists. Let's get great together day by day. Let's start. Hey everybody, welcome back to another Mad Cat art series. This will be part 2 to how to draw Mary Jane Watson. In this episode, we're going to learn how to ink and also how to finalize this image with shadowing techniques using different tools. Let's get into this. So in part 1, I finished the pencil work on this image, and you'll see here that I'm actually still making some pencil corrections, and the reason for it was because I want to finalize everything I'm trying to do, and when looking at the image, I noticed that Mary Jane had bangs, so I wanted to add that to this image. I just wanted to add a few more details that I thought were crucial to this piece. And if you haven't seen part 1 to this drawing, please go back and watch that. It'll show you exactly how to draw this image. To start the inking on this piece, I started using a Pigma graphic pen size 1. I know inking can be kind of daunting, especially if you're a beginner or new at drawing, and I get it, it's intimidating. The more you do it, the better you're going to become. And with anything, practice will start to build confidence, and confidence will start to show in your line work. So the moral of this advice is practice every day, no matter what you do. Even if you're tired, draw someone else's work. Go outside, practice drawing nature. Draw what you see. I mean, if you're creatively tapped, and it happens to every one of us, go out and draw what you see. Open up a book, a magazine, and just start drawing. Even if it doesn't look like the thing you're drawing, you're practicing. And don't be afraid to go straight on with pen. This is going to get you comfortable with drawing and doing pen work. The more you do something you're afraid of doing, the better you'll get at it. That's just the nature of doing things, period. And it doesn't matter if it's, chopping tomatoes for a restaurant, cooking a steak at home. Practice brings you closer to the pinnacle of perfection. Now you'll notice that when I do my pen work, I kind of allow myself to just gracefully flow through one stroke. And I know when you see this kind of stuff and you can't perform it, it really kind of brings you down. But guys, this is years and years and years of pounding at my craft. And as much as I feel accomplished, I know that there are mountains and valleys to climb. I'm still not where I want to be and where I'm going to be. And you have to have this kind of mentality, because otherwise, you'll always stay where you're at. The great Kobe Bryant wasn't wrong. Mamba mentality. It applies to all things. It really does. I mean, if you want to really study someone to emulate, look no further than Kobe Bryant. This man, this legend, was a monster when it came to practicing every day. Practice. Now you may have noticed that I outlined the eyebrows but didn't color them in. The reason for that was because I was debating whether or not I was going to go in with a brush. I really hate darkening things with a marker or pen or anything like that, but just for the sake of not having to pull out all that equipment and cleaning it, I just decided to color it in with the pen. When doing the hair, it is very crucial that you keep your lines straight, because hair is very unforgiving. If you make a wry, stroke or something, it's going to come out wrong, but that's okay. Again, we can always white it out. And the idea behind this is practice. It's not about perfection at this point. And even if you were doing a professional piece, art is about mistakes. Have you guys ever heard that saying, she's not perfect, but I find her imperfections perfect for me? It's the same thing here. Art is one of those things where imperfections make it beautiful. Imperfections are the mother of invention, really. I mean, mistakes are the mother of invention. So, take it with a grain of salt. Don't be so rigid with yourself in inking any of your line work. Let your hand be creative sometimes. Let your body just kind of make these beautiful mistakes. So I want to take this time to say, if you guys really like this content and what I'm doing, I'm putting up a video every single day. So you guys, please hit that subscribe button. It really means the world to me. This way I can keep putting up this kind of content at this velocity. If you don't want to miss content like this, hit the subscribe button and hit that bell icon. This way you can be notified when a new video is uploaded. Come on, do it. Hit subscribe button. You heard Arnold. Get it done. That was a weak Arnold. Sorry, guys. Anyways, let's get back into this. Here I've pulled out the Prismacolor Premier Art Marker, neutral grays. I'm using the 17% neutral gray color. I'm just adding shadows here. I didn't really give myself a lot of reference to where the shadow is with the exception of a few items that I completely went black on. I also did a couple of pencil sketches of some shadowing, the lips, the nose, that kind of thing. So I'm really just trying to find my shadow and light balance. A lot of times, without really giving it much thought, it's a guessing game. But I kind of had an idea of what I wanted, so I'm going to run with that. And every once in a while, I'm going to make a mistake. You are too. And that's only because I didn't really pre-plan. Most of the time when I do this kind of stuff, I know there are artists that can probably just look at it and go, oh, the light's here, and then I hate those guys. They can pretty much do anything. I'm not one of those guys. I really got to take some time, study where my light source is, that kind of thing. Like I said, I got mountains to climb still, guys. So I don't want to sound too envious, but those guys make me kind of mad. Anyways, I know they put in the work, so much respect to all those dudes. Yeah, we're just adding some shadows, having some fun. One thing I want to note, when working with the Prismacolor Premier art marker, the neutral grays or any other, you definitely want to do these over pencil first and then ink after. Any way works and any way is fine. There's no right and wrong, so I'm not saying this is the only way, but I found in my experience that I've had the best outcome for me. You know, I've never really used the Copic. I'm probably going to do a series on those pretty soon. I'll probably do a review between both of them. They're pretty much kind of the same thing from what I've understood, but I haven't tried the Copics yet. I know they're pretty popular right now. These were popular when I was younger, and these are the ones I've always used. So here I'm just using, I believe it's the 18 now. I'm going in a little heavier on my shadows. And I'm just kind of going over some of the markers that I've already done just to add a darker hue to the image. You know, hit the darker shadows. Now I'm using the white size 8 Jelly Roll pen. I'm using this to create some highlights. That's pretty much it. Well, we've come to the end of the episode. I appreciate you guys stopping in. I'll make sure to leave a link in the description section down below of all the art supplies I used in this art piece. Also, don't forget to leave a comment down below and hit that subscribe button. Until next time, thank you guys so much. Mad Cat out.